Hey everyone, today's video is going to be some cheap lunch ideas. I mean, I say lunch, I feel like these could also be used for dinner. I have done a few of these videos on my channel before, so I will leave a link to them in the description in case you're interested. But I feel like these lunch ideas are perfect for anyone that's living on a budget. If you're a student, all of the recipes are less than £1 per portion, so if you add up all the ingredients and divide it by how many portions it makes, they all come to less than £1, which is obviously super affordable. The cheapest one is actually only 47p, which is pretty mental in my opinion. I'll make sure I leave all the ingredients in the description, and I'll also leave the prices. Obviously, prices will vary depending on what supermarket you shop at and the time that you're shopping, things go on offer, etc. So prices are just based on what I saw when I went on probably the Asda website, I reckon, when I did this. But regardless, they're all going to be super affordable. They're all really delicious, all vegan, all pretty healthy in my opinion, and easy to make. So the first recipe is the cheapest, and that is a lentil curry with rice. Now, I've definitely mentioned this on my channel before. It has become a staple for me recently because it is so quick. I make this on my lunch break sometimes if I haven't kind of planned anything for lunch, and I can make it and eat it and still have time to spare within half an hour, so it's super speedy. For this, you're just going to need some green lentils. Now, if you buy dried lentils, they work out cheaper. For this recipe, I'm just using the canned ones, so I've got a couple of cans of green lentils, a can of coconut milk, some curry powder, and then rice and mango chutney to serve. Obviously, you can switch that up however you like. You can also switch up the curry powder, so depending on which one is your favourite, you can just switch that up. You can also kind of switch it up week by week, so it feels like you're having something different when really it's kind of the same thing. Lentils obviously have a lot of protein, they keep you full, there's the carbohydrates in the rice. You can also add veggies into this, so if I have some spinach that's going bad, I'll always throw that in to bulk it out a little bit. But essentially it's as easy as draining the cans of lentils, giving them a rinse, putting them in the pan with a can of coconut milk and also a few tablespoons of the curry powder. Obviously you can do this to taste. I tend to use like 2 or 3 tablespoons, so a decent amount. Stir that together until it heats through, cook some rice on the side, and then I serve it with some mango chutney. Literally so quick and easy. I feel like I can't even call it a recipe because it involves very little, no chopping, throwing it in. I mean, you could definitely jazz it up a lot more by adding things like onions, garlic, a lot more different seasonings, vegetables, like I said, but for a really simple basic lunch, I definitely recommend trying this one. The next recipe also uses rice, so if you're trying to switch up what you're having each day, you can maybe make a batch of rice at the beginning of the week, have a few of the lentil curry meals, and then you can switch it up with this one as well. So this is a burrito bowl. Can't remember if I said how much the last one comes to per portion, but it was 47p. For this burrito bowl it is 83p, so again, super affordable. For this, again, I have the rice already cooked. You could equally put this in a tortilla wrap and have it as an actual burrito. I quite like it in this salad sort of style, but again, it's an easy thing that you can switch up throughout the week if you fancy something a little bit different. I like to season some kidney beans as the main sort of protein source in this meal, so I season these ones with some chipotle paste. You could also just use standard kind of seasonings or a fajita seasoning packet to make your life a little bit easier. But I really like the chipotle paste. I recommend having some in the fridge for some quick and easy meals. I throw it in with jackfruit fairly often and that tastes so good. So I just cooked down the kidney beans in some of that paste just for a couple of minutes to heat them through and give them that nice flavour. And then I just added them to the bowl with some spinach, the rice. I made some guacamole with an avocado, a little bit of lime, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder. I also added some chopped tomatoes and sweet corn and a little bit of fresh red onion as well for some extra flavour. So overall, it's a really nice, healthy, nutritious salad bowl. This stuff definitely keeps well in the fridge as well, so you can make it in bulk and then eat it throughout the week. I forgot to mention as well, the curry is freezable, so you can make that in bulk and then freeze portions, so you don't even have to spend the 15 minutes it takes to make it each week. You can have some already pre-made in the fridge, which always makes life that little bit easier. But yeah, the burrito bowl is my second idea. Again, super easy to switch up in whichever way you prefer. You can switch up the beans to black beans instead of kidney beans. If you eat meat, you could cook some chicken or something with it, or vegan chicken pieces. You could fry up some sort of fajita style veggies to have with it, so some peppers and onions in that seasoning as well. And then obviously salad wise, you could top it with whichever vegetables you prefer. You could switch up the spinach for lettuce or some other green. Overall, it's just a super versatile dish. And then the final recipe idea I've got for this video are some hoisin duck wraps. These work out at 92p per portion, portion, so again, less than £1, super affordable. For this, you'll just need some wraps, some cucumber, some spinach, some hoisin sauce, and also the Linda McCartney vegan duck. I'm sure there's probably a few different vegan ducks out there. I'm a really big fan of the Linda McCartney one. I think it tastes really good. It's super easy to prepare. You can throw it and keep it in your freezer for when you need it. And then hoisin sauce wise, I have a bottle that I keep in the fridge because I make this fairly often. But if you wanted to save money and you weren't thinking that this was going to be a regular thing you were going to make, you can get sachets of hoisin sauce, which are super affordable, and there would definitely be enough in there for kind of 4 of these wraps. So for this, again, super simple. I feel like I can't even call this a recipe. I throw the Linda McCartney duck into a pan, I heat that through for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then when it's just about done cooking, I will throw in a little bit of the hoisin sauce. I will reserve some to spread on the wrap alongside some chopped cucumber and some spinach. And then it's literally just a case of adding the duck and wrapping it up. This also makes a really good sandwich filling. It's a really good one for if you're on the go and you need to take lunch with you. Super quick, super simple, and tastes so good. This one is one of my favourites. I went through a real phase of this during the summer and I feel like I'm jumping back on that now. Just tastes so good. The Linda McCartney duck as well, I think on the actual packaging it recommends mixing it with water when you're cooking it. I personally don't do that. I find it goes really mushy and it's just not a great texture. I prefer frying it in just the tiniest bit of oil. It crisps up nicely, and then when you mix it with the sauce, it gives it that like little bit of moisture that it might be lacking. Really good. I definitely recommend trying this one if you've not already. So those are the 3 recipes that you guys can make for less than £1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. Let me know if you have like a go-to cheap lunch idea that you love making. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.